Hi, everybody. It's Gene Simmons, and you're not, and you're listening to the Potter Than Hell podcast with Steve, BC, BB, and Dylan. But you knew that, didn't you?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Potter Than Hell podcast. This is your last stop on the crazy train of hard rock and heavy metal. So sit back, buckle in, and hang on. Here we go.
Hello, Potter Than Hellions. Welcome back to the Potter Than Hell podcast. This is Steve, your host, and for the first time in over a month, I am joined by
BC
and
BB
and on keyboards,
Dylan.
What's up, guys? This is the first we've been all together since January, the end of January, I think, for my birthday episode. I think was the last one that we were all on together. Welcome back. We're here at the studio at the 62. What's up, BC?
running around craziness, trying to scope out some new shit. I've been fishing, nothing's biting. I must be getting old.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I'm not really impressed with the shit that came out this year. I mean, there's some good stuff, but at this time last year, I think there was a lot more that I was getting into. I mean, it's only March. It's only the end of March.
April 14th is the big day. It seems like everybody's coming. There's like 5 different ones coming.
Is there? Good.
Is that like the record day?
No, it's
that's the next
It's in
Friday.
April.
I think, yeah, it's like April Record Store Day is April 22nd.
Oh, okay.
No, it just seems like everybody's coming out April 14th. It's a big.
Oh.
Good. I need
Finally
something. There's some good stuff out now, but I think there was more at this point last year that I was interested in, because like BC and I are like, well, he'll text me Friday. Anything out this week? I'm like, no. Like nothing that's of interest. It'll get better, I'm sure. How are you, BB? What's up, buddy?
Good. Working. Celebrated Colin's 21st birthday.
CB
On the 20th. So even though he was gone to school, we kind of did like a virtual happy birthday type thing.
Did you do a virtual shot with him?
No, because he's not really a drinker.
No?
He's not a drinker.
No.
I don't know. He must have Randy's gene or something.
Skip that. Skip that.
Because
generation.
that middle child, he does everything.
Yeah.
But the first one, he not into it. I don't know why.
I got one of those too. Speaking of, what's up, Dill?
Oh, not too much. A lot of work. It's basically it at this point. Just work and work and work.
Working for a living.
Yep.
That's all right. Keeps you paying your bills.
Yep.
All right. We kind of got a messed up schedule, and I'm gonna say this is our 300th episode.
Yep.
And which is kind of crazy. I mean, technically we're over 300 already because we have bonus episodes and there's some interviews out there and stuff. But numbered episodes, this is number 300. So let's do a little cheers here, kids.
Woohoo! Good job, boys.
All right.
300 more.
That worked out good. Actually, we had to do a little shuffling, but because I miscounted, but we got it taken care of. But it actually works out good for this episode that we're doing the Metallica set lists, because it's the culmination of March-tallica, and last week we did BB and I, and were you there, Dylan? For Project Gemini one?
I was not there.
So it was me and BB for Project Gemini. We had Mark Anthony K, and we went over in the year 3073, Book 3, and we went over that. Awesome time with Mark. Great having Mark on there again. And actually, 2 weeks from now, 2 or 3 weeks from now, when this comes out, the new Project Gemini album will be coming out. So look forward to checking that out, and we're going to be doing something with Mark for that as well. Absolutely looking forward to that. And 2 weeks ago, we did the ballad draft at Lucky's with Jen and Sonny, and Dylan wasn't there for that one.
I was not there. Nope.
What do you think of the draft, BB?
That was great. Always having Sonny on, another guy just to bust balls with, and of course he picks all the shitty songs, all the popular songs, and doesn't know the deep cuts, but it's always great having Sonny on, and always a great time at Lucky's. Jen and John put on a nice little spread for us as always, and Jen's always there, another one to throw the busting dart at. So always a good time over at Lucky's.
Definitely a good time. I mean, always a fun time with Sunny and especially Jen with her pirate outfit on. She had the one eye that night.
Oh, that's right. I forgot she had the one eye thing.
I looked
going.
over. I'm like, what the? See, you never know what's going to happen at Lucky's.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, it was a good time. And I know you guys out there, the sound quality isn't what you're used to here, but it's a different place we record, and there's not a lot of sound dampening stuff there. But
You always have a problem with the speakers, right? The
yeah,
speakers never work.
it's weird.
Speakers never work.
Yeah, honestly, like when we record with like Sonny or Steven or Mark here at my house, I have a pair of Bose speakers that we use to pick up our guest and have it go through the microphone. And for some reason, the speakers will not fucking work at Jen's. I don't know what it is. And I honestly, I don't know what the fuck it is. And Sonny's probably shaking his head. Yeah, I didn't know. But like, I'm telling you, the speakers don't fucking work there. So that didn't help with the sound quality of that. But it's always a good time going to Lucky's. And like BB said, thanks to Jen and John for having us over and entertaining us. And thanks for Sonny for coming on. And it's always a blast with Sonny. There's always great ball busting on when we go there. Rockin' Pod was... It'll be 2 weeks ago now that you guys are listening to this. It looked like everybody had a good time there. I guess Chris Senzak and Aaron Camaro, they put on a great event down there. I was jealously watching everybody post shit and everything like that. It just didn't work out where we were able to go. But hopefully we could get something together next year for it. It seemed like it took forever to get here. Then boom, it was like, oh shit, it's next weekend. But it was St. Patrick's Day weekend too, which, I mean, it's not a huge holiday, but just with our work schedules and shit, we just couldn't swing it to go. But it looks like everybody had a great time, and congratulations to Chris and Aaron for putting on another great and well attended Rockin' Pod, and it looked like a really good time, and it's great because all our boys hang down there. Sonny and Steven were there, and Jen and Nicole and Brad Restoven was there, Joe Polo, or all those guys, and Julian Gill there from Kiss FAQ, and so it looks like it was well attended, and we will definitely hope to get there next year. So I think that's about. Well, actually, BC, we're looking forward to going to the Monsters of Rock cruise. That's coming up probably about a month from when this comes out, I think, and we're gonna do a preview show with myself, BC. I mean, everyone's welcome to come, but like the crew that's going this year from Pennsylvania is going to be me and BC, Granza, and then Richie that went on the Kiss cruise with us. So we're gonna do a little preview show for that coming up in a couple weeks. We have the Kiss crew coming up in a couple weeks, and so that's about it. Anybody got anything else? How about you, Dylan?
No, nothing that popped up on my radar at least, except that I saw Paul Gilbert's coming out with the Dio covers album, which is kind of cool.
I did see that.
He's already released 3 songs. Man on a Silver Mountain, Last in Line, and Mob Rules. And it's really cool, and it's Paul Gilbert playing over Paul Gilbert playing over Paul Gilbert playing vocals on a guitar, which is absolutely fucking mind-blowing.
Just like when we saw him live.
Yes.
Because he did all the Mr. Big stuff, but he played the lead guitar where the vocals would be.
Yeah.
Really, I mean,
fucking
that guy's
crazy.
Awesomely talented.
Oh, they also confirmed that I believe Alice's touring band will be recording.
I did see that. And there's a new Nita Strauss tune out that Alice sings on.
Oh, very cool.
And I listened to that yesterday. Yep. And actually, BB sent me a new song from Wolfgang Van Halen yesterday.
Yep, new album's coming out in August, I think.
August, new album's coming out. Did anyone else check out the song?
No, I didn't get a chance to.
You just see the video. There's a video for it.
Oh, really?
And you know how, like, last year, like 2021, he released a video and he's playing all the instruments?
Yeah.
It's something like that, but it's a little twist. It's so fucking funny.
Oh, that's cool.
It is hilarious.
The song was really good.
Yeah.
I think that the song was in the vein of what he put out on the first album. And so I'm definitely looking forward to that. Absolutely. You didn't check it out, BC?
I didn't get a chance to.
Come on,
BC.
You're riding around today with nothing to fucking do.
In a car, no CD player. I can't function in this world.
What?
Should have brought your tapes.
Yeah, that's what the aux cord's for.
There's no dude. No.
Stream it on your phone in the car.
Oh, geez.
I know that's a little beyond your capabilities. I understand.
Getting crazy on me.
Yeah, and we got a new 5-star review that Dylan's going to read for us.
Yes, we do. Yeah, we got a 5-star review from Malkate04 for Apple Podcasts, I believe it's now called, with the title Awesome. Very good start for a 5-star review. Added this to my podcast rotation and have not been disappointed. Just a bunch of guys talking music, and I love it. Thanks to all you guys. So
That's
thank
awesome.
you.
Thank you.
For the
Appreciate
awesome
it.
5-star review.
And
Awesome.
what was their name?
Malkate04.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you
That's
very much.
awesome.
Appreciate it. And we appreciate that. And if anybody else, any 5-star review, kind of good. It gets us up the ladder for podcasts and stuff, and we appreciate it. What have we been listening to? Dylan, how about you? What do you got this week?
Well, for absolutely no other reason besides my own enjoyment, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, I've been listening to Bullet for My Valentine and Avenged Sevenfold. Definitely not going to be talking about them later in this episode. Definitely not. But I was just listening to a mix of both of them. Little Bullet for My Valentine and Avenged Sevenfold. I definitely will not be talking about them later in this episode.
Okay. How about you, BC?
Recently, I started listening to the new Steel Panther. Give it a good scope. So, like I said, to me, it's a little heavier than some of their past albums. I liked it very much. I picked up the reissued Lynch Mob Rise, Rebel. I mean, it had some bonus tracks on it.
Oh, okay.
Redone.
I wonder what was on that because I remember seeing it. And I
did. Saw it about a week ago.
I don't know if I ever checked that one out.
The original one.
It's kind of recent, right?
It's a different cover now.
It's a
like
different
the original
cover
cover had like a kid holding a rock or something. Now it's like a skull.
Now it's a skull with
weird.
Snake or something.
Now the rock is holding the kid.
Yeah, it could be.
I'm thinking. I saw it. I'm thinking,
You're hoping.
Is it?
I hope it's not another Wicked Sensation.
Yeah,
fucking
so I
dud.
picked it up. I'm
Oh,
like,
God.
it says Rebel. I'm like, wait a minute, they had it on my Rebel. And I'm looking at the back going,
Yeah, that revamp of the Wicked Sensation was
hard.
Not good.
I played it once and it has been sitting in the rack. I don't think it's coming back out.
No, that was
Now, Rise, is that an instrumental album?
No.
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 Who sings on it?
Anya Logan.
Does it?
Yeah,
Okay.
Honey's on it.
I'll have to check it. I
It's
don't
in
think
it's in like later. It's later in the.
it's like in the mid 2000s, right?
2015?
Oh, really? Oh, somewhere
around there.
I must have missed that one. Interesting. How about you, BB?
Funny story. You'll know a little bit of the story. As crazy as we are buying albums and Steve still waiting for the shit he doesn't get, I'll get shit and I'll just put it by the stereo and like not open it for like fucking months. And I finally had some free time the other day. I actually started opening up some boxes of fucking vinyl that I bought 8-9 fucking months ago.
What's this?
And the story was, I sent Steve a text. I'm like, I have a vinyl box with your name, your address on it. He's like, what's in it? I'm like, I don't know. So I opened up. It was Bite Down Hard from Brittany Fox, and I'm like, did I steal this from your house accidentally? But in another box, it was I must have got it from Rolling Records. I got Ozzy's Osmosis. And man, I don't understand what happened after Perry Mason. After Perry Mason, that album just dies for me.
They used all of the rocket sauce on Perry Mason that they're like,
Man,
we're
There's
really
like
burnt
two
out,
other
but we
songs
still
on
need
that.
to...
I like,
it's
yeah.
just, man, did I always realize this album is this meh?
Great opener, but then like kills the rest of the album. You're like,
Yeah.
because now your expectations are like off the
holy
scale. Then you're
shit.
like you can't. Nothing even comes close to it. Yeah, and with the Britney Fox album, it was coming out and I forgot about it because that was like last year sometime.
Yeah.
So
It
I'm
was
like,
I'm
like,
well,
well, just-
it was July.
Yeah,
I'm just open it now.
I'm like, keep it. I'm like, I already have one. And then he said, well, let me look back at so he looked back in his text, and actually I was ordering it, so he had me order him one, and they both came here, and I just handed him that one.
Oh, okay.
But it was so fucking long ago. It was like
That's why.
8 months ago. So I'm glad you finally opened it.
Yeah.
Did you listen to it?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Great album. Though.
It is.
Fucking fantastic album.
Hey, Chris, you're open. Ooh.
So I'm going to put you down for Brittany Fox Bite Down
Yes.
Heart? Okay.
Oh, funny stuff.
Yeah. For me, I've been on a little Priest kick. I was scoping out a lot of Priest, going predominantly Unleashed in the East. I hadn't listened to that in a while, so I threw that on last week, and it was just first Priest album I ever got, so it brought back a lot of old Priest memories. And I've been listening to the Queensryche Take Cover album, the covers album that they put out 2011 or something like that. Some good stuff on it, some not. And there's a new album. The band's called Demons Down. It's one of the, I believe it's Frontiers. It's called I Stand. It has Jimmy Bell on it from Autograph and from House of Lords. Album's excellent. Album is fucking fantastic. I listened to that probably 3 or 4 times. And today I was on an Iron Maiden kick. I went from the first album and I skipped Power Slave, but I listened to Iron Maiden, Killers, Number of the Beast. And actually, Number of the Beast came out on this date, and today we're recording is March 23rd, 2023. And so I did Number of the Beast, Peace of Mind. I skipped Power Slave, Live After Death. That's great, man. I forgot how I just love the crisp sound on that. And then I got about halfway through somewhere in time. Then it was time to get ready to do this today. So what we got going is Dylan's got some Bullet for My Valentine and some Avenged Sevenfold. You hear their new song?
Wasn't a big fan.
I was not a good... Did you get a chance to check that out?
Sevenfold's new song. They just released it
it's
Friday.
And there's a video for it.
I saw the cover. Is there like a scribbled and like a guy drawn on something?
Yeah, it's like a slower kind of song.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? Like, why? And it's like a 6-minute song. It's one of them, like,
it's-
why would you put this out as your first song?
It's not. It
It does not make me want to buy the new album.
Yeah, it's not to my liking, especially after, like, The Stage was their most recent album that they put out, and that was such a cool album for them. It was very different and really, really good. One of my favorites. But yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that new song.
Yeah, I was like, because I saw the new album came out, and I messaged Tom Gelati because I know he's a fan of them, and he's like, "Oh, did you hear the new song?" I'm like, "No." He goes, "Check it out." So I checked it out. I'm like, "That kind of sucks." He goes, "I fucking hated it." So, hopefully it gets better.
Yeah.
When they, the other whatever else is on that album.
Yeah, maybe it's like Tattoo for Different Kind of Truth.
That's not true. That's not true.
Purple Mountain's Majesty.
That fucking song is fucking fantastic. I don't know what's the matter with you people.
Tramp Stamp Tat.
It's awesome. Anyway, BB's got some Brittany Fox Bite Down Hard. New Steel Panther and Lynch Mob Rebel for BC. Some Priest, Queensryche, and Demons Down and Maiden for me. So this is it. This is the culmination of March-tallica. I think it was a great month. I enjoyed getting, going back, listening to all the Metallica stuff and forgetting how much other good stuff's out there rather than just like how much good stuff's on like Load and Reload and Hardwired. A couple of good songs that are tolerable from Saint Anger. If you could just kind of block out that doing, 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 doing. But like Hardwired for Self-Destruct, Death Magnetic, lots of great stuff on there. Lots of great stuff. And, of course, the classic stuff. Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, and Justice for All Black Album. Just a ton of good stuff out there. And they're touring this summer. Their first date on the tour that they have coming up is going to be April 27th, and they're playing in Amsterdam in the Netherlands. And what they're doing on this tour, in case if you haven't heard, they're doing 2 nights in each city. They're doing like a Friday night and then off on the Saturday, and then doing a show on Sunday. I don't know if it's weekends on every show. I didn't really look to see if that was. April 27th, their first show is on a Thursday, so they're going to be probably doing Thursday and then Saturday on the first show. So
they said that they tried to do Friday and Sunday wherever they could.
Okay. So there may have been a conflict with another band that booked or whatever there, but so we're gonna do that tonight, and our closest show is going to be April 4th and the 6th, I believe, in Rutherford, New Jersey, affectionately known to us as what, BB? The Meadowlands.
The
Come
Meadowlands.
on, God
Oh,
damn it!
I thought it was a joke. I'm like
Rutherford.
Yeah.
You're a big Giants and Jets fan. I figure that's your team's fucking stadium.
Sopranos,
You would know
Meadowlands.
that. You would know that.
Or Jimmy Hoffa's buried.
Yeah, it could be in the parking lot. He's in section G.
Got yourself a gun.
So what I figured, let's do this for it's close to that, and actually before I get into that, April 13th, Metallica, they're doing a listening party, like a live listening party in theaters on April 13th. The album comes out on the 14th. It's called 72 Seasons, and myself, BC, and BB, we're gonna go to it. Dylan will be seeing Taylor Swift that night, I believe.
Yes, I think so.
And so we're
Is that
gonna
the
go
night in Philly.
That's in Tampa.
Oh, in Tampa.
Yeah.
Wow, Dylan, he jet set.
Yeah. We're going to both Tampa and
Work
Philly.
hard, play hard.
That's right.
We're disappointed by the set list, but that's another story.
Oh, really?
Taylor Swift?
Well, the Bannon household has been rotating the set list down there for fucking days.
I could not name one song of Taylor Swift. Not fucking one.
Okay.
Not one.
Does a cover of September by Earth, Wind & Fire.
I don't know if I know that one either.
Do you remember the 25th of September?
You used to
Maybe.
listen to it down at the roller skating rink.
Yeah, come on, you know
Oh,
September by Earth,
I would
Wind &
have
Fire.
to hear. I'm sure I know that one.
You would.
But I don't know any of her songs.
Did you
The
say it's a-
Skate-A-Rama song?
Yeah.
the Skate-A-Rama song?
All
Yeah.
right.
You said April 13th. Is that?
Uh-huh. So it's going to be a live listening party, and I guess they're going to like interact with the guys in between songs. And it sounds like there's a video for every song. Either that, or unless they're just going to do like some kind
Like
of
a
visual
visual,
thing
yeah.
for, you know what I mean?
Visual
But there's
art.
already
Come on and preach the Bible.
yeah, there's already 3 songs released. So and there's videos for them. So definitely looking forward to it. It'll be cool. Because BC notified me they have alcohol at the theater now. That's how long it's been since I've been in the fucking movies.
I'm sure you
They do.
pay out the wazoo.
And
right?
certain theaters you could even get it delivered to you as well. Just like
Somebody will come to your seat. And
yep, you can
All right, who's
text
driving?
We're gonna draw straws.
We got to make Danny drive for a change. BC.
He'll be sleeping, right?
Well, that's true. That's true.
Maybe that's good.
As long as he doesn't sleep on the way down and the way back.
He could sleep on the way down, but on the way back, he's in.
Yeah, so we're definitely gonna check that out. We'll report back and see how that was. So what we wanted to do was we did this like 2 months ago. We drew for who was going to be with who. So BC and Dylan were going to take one night, and then BB and I were going to take another night. So what Metallica's doing is for each show they're doing completely different set lists. So and actually Dylan and BC are going to go in the first half of the show. BB and I are going for the second half. So it's going to be completely 2 different set lists. We picked their opening bands. There's going to be 2 different opening bands for each Metallica show in real life and also for us. I don't know. I hope you guys did. But so BB is night 1 for ours. I'm night 2. BC's night 1 for you, for these guys, and Dylan is night 2. So it's going to be interesting to see what you guys envision the concert to be, what your set list is going to be. So, and when it's your turn, just say what your guys' process was of getting your shows together. So, go ahead. This is the first I've seen BC come in classes.
Well, our process was I told BC,
cheaters.
you pick whatever songs you want for your set list. I'll work around it.
Well, that's real good because I didn't know what.
And he
I guess that was a Metallica set list.
Yeah, he went with it and ran, and it. I think it's going to come out for a really good 2 shows. I really love what he picked and his.
Pay
lineup,
attention,
and
BC.
I like his 2 opening bands too. They
never
were
heard this
very
one.
good choices.
Ultimate Metallica playlist.
So, just as a spoiler alert, he has a lot of the very the popular Metallica songs.
Okay.
And I have not duplicated any of them. So that's why BC's going first. It's the fan favorites.
BC's got the play the hits night.
Play a goddamn ass.
Get his stuff alike. So I start with my opening bands.
Yeah.
All right. So I get again kind of fantasy world here. I lived in. One of my opening bands is going to be Denman. They're going to get back together to open up for Metallica. And my other second opening band is going to be Newstead.
All right.
Giving it back.
He's going to come up there to the show and beat Robert up and take over bass.
Motherfucker, die.
But Dimmick comes out with, of course, they're going to open up with The Life We Live off their first, I don't know, EP.
It's an EP.
Yeah.
EP, and then One Night Love, they're going to go and a little bit Alive and Overdrive, which is a more heavier tune for them, which I totally love. Nighttime Jungle, another great song after. Track 5, Down Come the Wall, and then they're going to finish up with Wild in the Streets. Quick sets for the opening bands because the nights, as you're going to see, is going to be about Metallica, which I did not plan any of this.
40 songs.
You're not off. You're not too far off.
You're not too far off.
They're really old, BC.
Newstead came out, George Jason's like a nutcase. It's Shoulderhead. The second tune is going to be Hammerhead. You see a pattern coming here. They're going to kick in a Doomsday for the Deceiver, which is from Jason's band before Metallica, Flotsam Jetsam. They're going to kick into a little Godsnake. I don't know what they did. That might be a little porno music. I don't know.
Watch out.
Then they're going to kick into after Newstead EP there, Skyscraper, not David Lee Roth. And then to finish off their set, they're just going to do a 6-minute jam from Flotsam Jetsam days, Flatzilla. And that's the opening bands. And then, of course, everything gets uncovered. Yeah. I can't look at you guys with the mouth.
That's how strong BC's Coke bottles are.
Like Jerry wearing the fake glasses in the theater.
That's a lot of gum.
But, so they come. And, of course, Metallica was blazing around since, I think, the Black Days, right?
They
seems like forever.
they've gone back and forth,
Except for the
they've circled around.
They circled around the circle. So, surprisingly, I did not do this as whatever they're calling their tour now.
No,
I didn't know it was going to be a two-night thing. This is pretty
no
cool.
repeat. No, you did. You're good. There's no repeats.
Really?
So you're good.
Wow. Incredible.
Yeah.
Of course, they're going to open up their set with the Escape of Gold. It's just like the intro music. So the first song they will open up will be, of course, Battery off of Master of Puppets. Gotta love that one. Then they're going to kick into a little Injustice for All. Again, doing the round thing. Lars is being Lars. And track 4, I would pick Fade to Black. Gotta love that song. And then track 5, Trapped Under Ice. We did a few episodes ago. Maybe it could be longer. I guess never really heard it. That song's really growing on me, so I want to see that live. And then we're going to a little heavier tune, Sad But True off of the Black album. After that, they're going to kick in a little 2x4. That like you said, those two albums definitely can make one great album out of that.
It's a song called 8.
2x4. The song came out to be 8. And then, of course, the classics. I love the Ride the Lightning. They're going to kick into the Four Horsemen. And then they're going to slow it down a little bit heavier with Through the Never. Then get a little farther back into their newer catalog with My World. And then they're going to do Fuel. Give me fuel. Give me fire. Give me water. Then they take a little. The stage goes dark, and then they come out, do a little 3 songs right in a row. I don't know how to explain it. Just a little medley.
Like a medley?
Yeah, not a medley. They're going to do most of it, but they're going to kick into Helpless, Crash Course in Brain Surgery, and Last Caress. And again, take a little break.
Super deep.
Because Lars is on side stage.
You got the O2 mask out.
He's woofing down the O2.
He's got a non-rebreather.
After that, so then they're going to kick into the 60 track would be Jump into Fire, which I totally love it. After that, they're kicking into Whiplash. Then they're going to go down to slow down a little bit. The Wolfen Man, gotta love that. Then back to classic for us. Local band used to do it all the time. Came Nothing. Then back to Broken Beat and Scared off of death medic. I mean, to me, I was scared after Saint Anger, so I never looked at that album. It came out, I was like, no thanks. I just thought they were going in that direction, and when I sat down and listened to it, very surprised. All right, so a short break now. They said they were going to bring up a special guest, so they bring up Jason Newsted. And then this is where the fight breaks up. And they do the shortest straw with Jason. Then we kick into some more class.
Can you hear the bass?
You can hear the bass line.
Okay.
They had to bring them up. But then they're going to kick into a little creeping death. You cannot go wrong with that. Then we're going to pay homage to Master of Puppets with Welcome Home Sanitarium and Master of Puppets. Then we'll kick into Cyanide. And then they're going to finish up with For Whom the Bells Toll and Hardwired. Lights go down. People are still going crazy. So what they're going to do, they're going to come on one.
8 hours later,
8
they're
hours
still
later.
going fucking crazy.
Hey, this is the ultimate Metallica.
Sun's coming back up.
Sun's coming back up. They got to postpone the second night because we're almost to the second night.
That's why they take a day off in between.
So they come out for the encore doing a little Queen cover of Stone Cold Crazy. And then they kick into So What? Anti-Nowhere League?
Yep, Anti-Nowhere League.
I never knew that. And then they finish up their encore with Hit the Lights and, of course, the classic Seek and Destroy. And that's night one of... Which I did not know would be night one, but night one of the Metallica show.
That good show.
Exhausted.
And the thing is too, with them doing this in the round, I wonder how it's going to work out with the opening bands.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're going to give them the whole...
They got to face one. I don't think they're going to rotate them or allow them to.
No.
You know what I mean? So I'm going to be interested to see how that works out.
Yeah.
Half the people will
Good,
be
good
looking
show
at
though.
them.
I would go nuts there. And I knew BC would be heavy on the Kill 'Em All on the first 3 albums. I knew BC'd be heavy on there. I think you only had one from the Black Album, right?
Yeah,
Two,
He had a couple.
right? You had a Wolf
Sad
and
but
Man.
true, and
Of Wolf and Man.
Through the Never.
Oh, Through the Never.
Through the Never 3.
Okay. Good. I'd be satisfied if I walked out of there after seeing that show. Opening bands are cool. Denman, that'd be great to see them get back together. And we never know what happened with them.
Because they did that Metallica tribute thing. Him and his brother.
And when we saw them, they played some Metallica tunes too. They were fucking real good.
I thought that'd be cool. Get them back together.
Yeah. And Newstead, and actually that Newstead album is really good.
It's real good. Now I checked out the Flotsam Jetsam, which not bad, but he's only on actually their first album.
Right.
Then he joins Metallica.
Yeah. That's cool. Their newer stuff is fantastic.
The newer stuff is you can see.
What'd you think, BB?
yeah, you can't play the Four Horsemen because I think Dave Mustaine actually has a writing credit on that song. So you can't have that song because now Dave's gonna get a check. But I wish I knew some of the more of the new set stuff because I'm very, I'm not familiar with that, and I'll have to grab that new album. And then he's doing something new now.
It was just the one.
Is that on streaming?
Yes.
Is it? Okay.
You said yeah.
He came down and it didn't seem like
No, he's got some new band or
he
something.
got some
now.
new band now. I don't know.
But yeah, they're fucking hell of a fucking set list, BC. Man, oh man.
And I didn't pick everything I wanted to pick.
Damn, I don't know what you left. You picked 87 songs. Dylan's only got like 13 left.
That's all I need.
Dylan only has St. Anger to pick from.
He didn't pick one song from St. Anger. He picked My World. My World is from St. Anger.
Okay.
That's a good song.
And
It's
somebody
good
who
with the
we
drum sound.
would think of who's going to actually turn the rules around, I thought it was going to be Steve, but you just would.
I didn't go yet.
Oh yeah, that's true.
There's no rules.
Yeah, watch your picks, BB. He might be taking them from you.
We know what we're doing. What'd you think, though?
It's a really great set list. I would be more than satisfied if that was my show that I went to go see those songs. A lot of cool representation from Master of Puppets. Of course, we just talked about Master of Puppets. Opening with Battery is just such a good way to open a show. And I really like the encore. The encore is a very kind of like quick, heavy hitter and then end with Seek and Destroy. I think that's a really great way to do an encore for sure.
What do you guys? I don't know if did they say what's going to go on the day in between? Isn't there supposed to be some kind of
little?
They said that they were
Metallica
planning
activities or
activities. I
wonder
think
what that's
going to
be.
specifics yet.
Chest.
I'm sure we'll find out
checkers
once the first
Checkers.
Yeah.
Checkers tournament.
They have a film festival with some kind of monster and Through the Never. It'd be
We're
cool
gonna
if
have
they
a
did
little
their.
listening party.
It'd be cool if they did like their concert films. Like they would like put in like live Ship Into Purge.
Yeah. But I wonder if it's going to be
Kite
in the
Stunts.
stadium. I'm going to say it's probably going to be like parking lot shit.
Yeah, like kind of like a tailgating situation. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
but
so it's going to be interesting to see what they do. That's kind of
Metallica does
one of the
painting.
because I'm sure they'll do something cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if they don't like show up and play a little bit somewhere.
I think it would be interesting if they did like a commentary track on, some kind of monster. They would never do it, but
All right.
yeah.
They're going to do Saint Anger in the parking lot, and Lars is going to play bongos.
Flush it out.
And then they're going to do Lulu.
Small town girl.
That album is so good. That's what BB named his dog after.
That's right.
Yep. Great dog.
All right, Dylan, how about night 2? What do you got going?
Okay, so Saturday, Metallica cleaning up from the night before. They look at their set list and they're like, well, fuck, we played all the good stuff. What are we going to play tonight? No, no, I'm just joking. They had originally tried to get Dave Mustaine to open for them with Megadeth, but he's like, fuck that. So he didn't. Instead, they got 2 opening bands, Bullet for My Valentine and Avenged Sevenfold. The set list, Bullet goes first. They open up with a song from their new album, Knives, which is a very heavy album if you haven't listened to it. Then they go into 4 Words to Choke Upon, Look at Me Now. Then Screaming Fire, Your Betrayal, You Want a Battle, Here's a War, Tears Don't Fall, and then they close off their set with Waking the Demon. Then Avenged Sevenfold comes on. They get to play the show that we did not get to see since I believe it was Zachy Vengeance's wife had a baby. It was that or Sinister Gates' wife had a baby when they were supposed to open. But they opened this set.
No one's pregnant this time.
They play as scheduled, opening up with The Stage off of their album The Stage, then into Shepherd of Fire, then into their Sad But True ripoff, This Means War, going into Nightmare, which originally had Mike Portnoy on the drums, then into Afterlife. Of course, then we go into Welcome to the Family, Beast and the Harlot, Buried Alive, Bat Country, and then ending off with one of their earlier songs, Unholy Confessions. So now it's Metallica's time to go on. Of course, we have to open up with Ecstasy of Gold. That's the classic opener from Ennio Morricone, from The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. Metallica staple through and through. They open up the show with Fight Fire with Fire, very much mirroring their show on night 1 with how they opened with Battery. And after that heavy opener of Fight Fire with Fire, they go into their new song, Lux Eterna. A fast, all-out rocker that takes a quick time. But then they go into a little bit of a medley from the Black Album where they play a bit of Wherever I May Roam that goes into Don't Tread on Me and then ends off with My Friend in Misery. Cool kind of 1, 2, 3 punch from the Black Album. It will not be the last you hear of the Black Album on this set, though. And then, of course, they go into Moth into Flame off of Hardwired. Had to play some songs off of that. It's a great album. Then they go into Harvester of Sorrow. Fantastic song from Injustice for All. And then they're trying to make up for the songs that they did not play on Master of Puppets by playing Disposable Heroes, a very heavy, heavy song from that album. And then they go into Ain't My Bitch, and then keep it going with a song from Load after, and then going into a song from Reload, The Memory Remains. And then they go into a song from S&M, No Leaf Clover. Kind of just a straight band version, not without the orchestral parts of it. And then they're continuing on the trend of No with No Remorse. Then they go into Now That We're Dead. They bring out the drums again. They're all doing that drum thing that they do. And then they go into a nice ballad section where they do The Day That Never Comes. And then kind of like after that rip-roaring ending, they slow it down with Until It Sleeps to try and kind of, pick up a little bit of their...
Catch your breath.
Yeah, catch their breath. But then they're like, wait, we need to pick it back up again. And they go into Frantic. But with a solo in the last part of it, Kirk is allowed to do a solo. Then they go into two different medleys. The first medley, the Ronnie Rising medley, where they'll do covers of
like Light and Black.
Light and Black, Stargazer, and Kill the King. So those songs, they do that. And then they follow it up with another covers medley of Merciful Fate, featuring songs like, Corpse Without Soul, Curse of the Pharaohs, Evil, Into the Coven. Very cool medley. And then they go into Atlas Rise. Of course, they have to play my favorite song, Leopard Messiah, because I wouldn't let them do the show without it. And then they go into My Apocalypse and end off the main set with Damage Incorporated. So, like, they started their main set with the Master Puppet song on the first night. They're ending the main set with the Master Puppet song on the second night. So the encore, they come on to the kind of volume knobbed guitars of Blackened, the intro to Blackened, and then they go from Blackened into One. And then after One, they do a nice little throwback to their first album with Motor Breath. And they conclude the night with a 1-2 punch of All Nightmare Long. And then they finally give the fans what they want and play their most famous song, Enter Sandman. And that's how they end night 2. So what do you guys think?
Yeah, I love the opening bands. I'm glad you threw Backcountry in there for Avenge, because that's one of my favorites that you got me to. That group starts growing on me. I love the little melodies in there, because it's always great, like with these guys, with just a big, humongous catalog. You can throw like these little melodies and little bits, make it 10 minutes long instead of playing the 4 songs that you're throwing in this melody. The 3 melodies that you had were really, really good and a little bit more believable than the first night. But.
Do you not know Metallica?
What do you think, BC?
Very good.
No, Avenged Sevenfold. I love the heaviness of Avenge, but I agree with BB. I like the medleys, and I wish more bands would do. Bands that have been around say like, I think that'd be cool for Iron Maiden to do. I don't know why. Just
medley of their own stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I do too.
That'd be. I mean, I wish more bands did.
They could do a 7-minute version of like a X Factor thing.
Fortunes of War.
No, you could throw like Lord of the Flies there, Man on the Edge. Like do a little mix of that and like do like the ending part of like Sign of the Cross. And then you could do a quick one of like Virtual 11 too, like do the quicker songs of that and put them together and you represent it.
With Bruce.
With Bruce again.
With Bruce.
Angel and the Gambler, the whole song.
Yeah, a quick medley of Angel and the Gambler.
15 minutes later.
No, but I mean, I like it. Very good.
Thank you.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. The opening bands I like. Nice heavy night, total metal night for the fans there going to see that. And I like that you picked Afterlife for Avenged Sevenfold. Actually, that came on Octane the other day. I was like, well, I haven't heard that in a while, so I sat in the car at the library until it was done.
Until it was over.
Yeah.
I'm not going over.
So, but I like the set proper. I do like the medleys. And what I like about the medleys, they do them justice, and they don't try to. He didn't try to be Dio. He didn't try to be King Diamond. You know what I mean? He did it in his own thing, and they made it their own thing. Great pick. I knew, Leopard Messiah. I knew that was going to be in there. I was kind of hoping the BC picked Leopard Messiah. Leopard Messiah. Leopard Messiah. That's another band. I was kind of hoping he would have picked that because then Dylan would be like, "Fuck." But BC wasn't paying attention for the rules.
Terrible.
I'm honestly very glad that he picked the set list he did, because it made me look and see what songs would be cool if like we weren't doing it,
how you can make it work.
Yeah, and how like you can make it work. So like it was a really fun way to go about it.
And he left ones on the table too that
Enter Sandman
are
is a huge
popular ones. I was like, no Sandman, but BC, playing the hits except for Sandman. But I would. Yeah. That would be a kick-ass 2 nights to go to. I mean, you'd get with you'd get what the casual fan. Not even casual fan, because
He has
I don't. Do you guys think there are casual Metallica fans that want to just see?
I think there's
Sandman.
I think every band has casual fans.
Every band,
yeah.
But
I think it's like
I
maybe,
won't say that they don't. I would say that they probably have a lot less casual fans than.
Yeah, I think it's
like Kiss, like Def Leppard, absolutely Def Leppard, Crew. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because they don't have a lot of songs that were mainstream, except for like the Black Album and
I think
maybe a couple
like eras
down the road.
Era fans, like fans of
there's
the
fans that don't want to hear
Metallica.
anything past Master of Puppets or
Fans
Ancestors
of
for
early
All.
Metallica.
Like once they hit the Black Album, some people just check the fuck out.
They sold out.
You know,
Yeah, there's definitely.
I mean, to each his own. But I really think if you're of that mind, you're missing a lot of good stuff.
Yeah. There is no horrible Metallica,
Yeah.
I'll say. Even Lulu has its moments.
I have not listened to one note of that album. Maybe someday. And actually, while I'm thinking of it, I just want to bring up when Dylan and I did the album battle between Master Puppets and Ride the Lightning. You guys surprised the shit out of me half the time of what you guys picked, because I'm thinking BB's going to pick that. I mean, I knew you would troll me eventually. It wasn't till the end.
Where you picked Damage Incorporated over Creeping Death.
Yeah.
But making it even 4-4?
Come on. But it was cool, and because that's why I didn't want just Dylan and I to do it, because I wanted you guys to. I knew you couldn't make it, and we just kind of had to record because we got all fucked up that week. But
it's really
it made it a lot better that you guys gave your picks.
And it's funny because there were times where we were in complete agreement about a song, and then you two picked the other song.
The other two songs.
Yeah.
The other song.
Yeah.
It's like, well, that's a tie.
Yeah. So that's night one of the 2-night stand, and actually show
Grouping one.
And show 1 and 2. So that was they did theirs at the they did theirs at Citi Field, and then ours is going to be at Lincoln Financial Field down in Philadelphia. So before we do mine and BB's, we're going to do our gems and a gem song. And the gem song I'm going to do this week is, I had these guys for my hidden gem either last week or the week before. Band called the RCMC, the Rock City Machine Company, and it's our buddies Ryan Spencer Cook. I have to throw that out there. Phil Schaus, Jeremy Asbrock, and I found out who plays drums on that. It's a guy named Evan Fredrickson, because I misspoke when I said it's probably going to either be Matt Starr or Christopher Williams, but Ryan Cook put a post out there about it, and I said, who plays drums on it? And he said Evan Fredrickson plays drums on it. So that's who it is. And Dylan's going to play now. The song is called Can't Stop the Train from the Rock City Machine Company. welcome back. Hope you guys enjoyed Can't Stop the Train from the Rock City Machine Company, affectionately known as RCMC. Great song. I've probably listened to it probably 15 times since it came out. Really good. So I hope you guys enjoyed it too. And I think late summer or early fall, I think their album is coming out. I'll have to send Ryan a message and see when that is actually going to be. But if that's any indication of what the album's going to be like, it's going to be awesome. Totally opposite of the Avenged Sevenfold situation. I just have to throw that out there. But we'll do a little hidden gem action. We'll start with BB.
All right. We're going to go back to February this month. Our good buddies from Bonfire re-released a single, but they redid 2 songs. This is what I'm assuming, because they're calling it the 2023 version. The first song is Don't Get Me Wrong, and the other song is Fantasy. 2 songs are fantastic. Really good melodic vocals, almost in that vein of like Michael Sweet's high-pitched vocals with some ripping guitar in it, but really cool little single extra song from Bonfire.
Are they redos of their songs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're
So it's not All Don't Over Fantasy.
No, it's after Fireworks.
Okay.
They're coming out with their first 3 albums redone
With the new guy singing.
with the new vocalists, and
He's not bad, though.
he's better than the last guy. Grew on me, but
Yeah, this guy's a little better.
you can't.
But
beat
they're another band with the people in and out, too. But
No,
I
it was
did
big
hear
forever.
I did hear them, and I thought they were remakes of their stuff.
I see them on.
Yeah. And they put out that album with all those covers on them. They're fucking fantastic.
That's what the other.
With the other guy. That's not with this guy.
The other new vocalist.
Yeah, the last new vocalist.
last
The
new
new,
vocalist.
Not the new vocalist.
This is the
Old
new
new.
vocalist, but they're
You need a scorecard.
I know it's
Yeah.
coming out next month. They're gonna reissue their first 3 albums redone with the current band.
Come on, just do new shit. Come on.
Lazy.
Please, people, please. All right, BC, how are you? What do you got?
All right, talk about bands. I'm gonna do Machines of Grace. They were formed out of Boston by 2 Sabotage members, Zach Stevens and Jeff Plate. This back came out. They formed in 2008. Came out with their album 2009. It's good. It's very like rock. It's not Sabotage. It's
not metal.
It's not. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
None of that. It's just
No, like symphonic.
no. It's just
stuff.
very. I love
Straightforward.
anything Zach Wild. Zach Wild.
Yeah,
Zach,
BC.
Zach
Nah.
Stevens vocals has. He was just an underrated vocalist.
All right. I'll go next. I have a podcast to throw out there. I've been checking out these guys. I've been talking back and forth.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's called Part of the Hill Podcast.
Yeah, the guy's name is Steve Fly. He does the On the Fly podcast, and he has like 90 as we're recording now. It's like 91 episodes out, and they do some kind of stuff like we do. Like there's like some Kiss stuff and some like Poison stuff, but they also do like movies. So it's kind of like a lot of pop culture stuff. Really cool. Check it out. Those guys are great. I've been catching up on their shows, and there's even some wrestling stuff in there too, like WWE and shit like that in there. So check those guys out on the Fly podcast. And Steve Fly is the main guy in the podcast, and a cool guy. I've been chatting back and forth with him over the last couple weeks. So give that a check out.
Nice.
What do you got, Don?
My hidden gem is from Avenged Sevenfold. I was listening to their Spotify This Is Avenged Sevenfold playlists. Are really great. I always love those playlists where they kind of put together their hits and some of their other songs. But there's a song that was a bonus track off of Hail to the King that I had not heard before called St. James that really hit my ear on this listen to. I thought it was a really great, touching tribute to Jimmy the Rev Sullivan, their drummer that passed away. And it's not like a sad song. It's a very celebratory song, a very high soaring song for Avenged Sevenfold, but really cool guitar work on it. Lots of cool dual guitar. M Shadow's voice sounds very good on it as well. But I thought it was a really good song that I had not heard from the band before. So St. James from Avenged Sevenfold off of their deluxe edition of Hail to the King.
All right. That's what we got for the gyms. BB's got some Bonfire. Don't get me wrong in fantasy. New EP that they put out
single.
with the new singer. Machines of Grace for BC featuring Zach Stevens and Jeff Plate. And actually, I have to say, I met Jeff Plate and was talking with him when this came out probably about 2 weeks ago. They had a surprise birthday party for Carl Kennedy up in New York, so myself and my wife took a ride up there. And Jeff Plate was up there. I got to talk with him, got my picture with him. Super, super humble guy. Real cool, down to earth. Shot the shit with him for a little bit. I don't want to get crazy, BC. I was like, but he was really super nice and very cool guy. And for Dylan, he's got an Avenged Sevenfold bonus track. It's called St. James. It's a tribute to the Rev. And myself, I have the On the Fly podcast. So that's available. If you're listening to us, you can listen to them on there. So give that a check out. So we are down to our Philadelphia show, BB.
All right.
So you're night one. What do you got for us?
Woo! All right. I kind of wanted to go back to the early 90s, with their Black album kind of being so popular, really put them out there, not only on the radio and MTV and all that. So I kind of wanted to have two bands that kind of were in the early 90s, but also released recent albums. So BC, you're going to be happy for the opening band. We're going to have Ugly Kid Joe come out, BC. They're only going to do an 8-song set.
BB. Are you the guys that hate everything?
Are you the guys that hate it? You guys are going to open for Metallica? Yeah. But, yeah, Ugly Kid Joe, their America's Least Wanted album was so huge back in the early 90s. And I just wanted to showcase them because with their new album out, which is pretty good, BC has mentioned those guys a couple of times from their new album, so I wanted to throw them out there. They're going to open up with their good old song, Neighbor. You got to start out with Neighbor, so at least the band, at least the people in the crowd, oh, I know these guys. They sing the song. Okay, we know these guys. Then they're going to go into a little bit deeper song for song 2, VIP, off their 1995 Menace for Sobriety album, which is a very underrated album. Song number 3, Panhandlin' Prince off America's Least Wanted. That's another great song off that album. Song number 4, they're going to bring out their new song, BC, from their Rad Wings of Destiny album. It's going to be That Ain't Livin'. Great song. I think that's the opening track to that album. And if you guys out there even remember Ugly Kid Joe or fans of them, check this new album out because it's really, really good. Song number 5, they're going to go So Damn Cool off of the America's Least Wanted album. Great deep cut off that album. Then they're going to do one of their more popular songs, song number 6, their cover, Cats in a Cradle. Song number 7, they're going to do Goddamn Devil.
Does Rob Halford come out and sing with them for that one?
Awesome.
He sings on the album.
That I never even thought of that. He could be there. You never know.
But he's not.
Yeah, he's not there. I didn't put that in the notes. He's not there. And
But he's not there.
and then of course they're gonna close with Everything About You. BC's favorite Ugly Kid Joe song.
What movie's that in depth? Wayne's World, come on. When they're at San Paquita's Donuts.
Oh, okay.
So my next band, early 90s, hyped up, who has recently released an album, Skid Row. I think this is a great 1-2 punch. These guys are going to play 12 songs. They're going to open up with Slave to the Grind. Then they're going to come in with song number 2, Big Guns, from their self-titled album. Song number 3, we're going to keep the fans happy and do 18 in Life. Song number 4, we're going to do
this fan.
Singing on a Chain Gang. Living on a Chain Gang from Slave to the Grind. Song number 5, they're going to bring out a deeper one that they don't normally do. Sweet Little Sister. I would love to see Sweet Little Sister done. Song number 6, they're going to do a new song off the brand new album. They're going to go Restricted. I love that song, and I wish they would release that as a single. Song number 7, we're going to go back to their first album. We're going to go Making a Mess. Song number 8, we're gonna slow it down a little bit. See if there's any ladies in the audience. We're gonna do "I Remember You" for the fans of the who just want to hear the hits. Song number 9, we're gonna turn it back up from "Slave to the Grind," "Monkey Business." Song number 10, they're gonna do off their new album. We're gonna play "The Gang's All Here." Song number 11 from their first album, "Youth Gone Wild." And song number 12, the closer, which I wish they would do this as a closer, "Get the Fuck Out." I don't know why they don't do it as a closer.
Stop saying it.
I think that would be a fantastic closer. Get the fuck out.
Stop saying it.
Yeah. All right, so Metallica comes on, and they're gonna. And I think I want the first two bands to be on that circular stage, because you can feel the whole stadium. They kind of turn a little bit, I know I didn't think about this, but if you're only doing 8 songs, kind of get like 2, kind of split it up. Two songs go this way, then you turn it 45 degrees. 2 songs this way, 45. You know what I mean? They kind of balance it out. So Skid Row would do 3 songs one way, 3 songs the other way, 3 songs, and then 3 songs, kind of.
Just have it be the Accept music video. What's that video? What's that video for?
Midnight Mover.
That's right.
They were getting sick.
That or either that or the Wasp, the Real Me.
Wasp, Real Me.
Van
Run
Halen,
around.
Van Halen,
Run around. Yeah.
Right. or with the Metallica video where they're in the fucking
the
thing.
the
Holy
loopy thing. Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, memory remains.
All right. So the lights go down. Metallica comes on. They open up with "Hit the Lights" from Kill 'Em All. That's the first song off their first album. That's where it all started. That's where we're gonna start the show. I think that'd be a great show opener. Extend that guitar drum a little bit, because that's such a killer opener. Song number 2 from "Ride the Lightning." We're gonna go with "Ride the Lightning." I always love that killer riff throughout that whole song. The solo's crazy in it. Song number 3, we're gonna go "Hardwired" from Hardwired, of course. Lars's drums on this song is absolutely fucking sick bananas. Listen to today, I'm like, holy fuck, he just kills the drums on this. They got to be bleeding by the time this song's over, and I would actually love to see them do this live. Song number 4 from Injustice for All, we're gonna go with "Blackened." That super fast galloping beat, killer guitar throughout it, and once again, Lars's drums on that song are really, really good. Song number 5 from Kill 'Em All, "Seek and Destroy." Once you hear that iconic opening riff, you know it's "Seek and Destroy," a fan favorite. Song number 6, "Nothing Else Matters" from the Black Album. An iconic song, popular song. Slower, but I can see all the cell phone lights on when they're playing this song. You got to keep everybody happy. Song number 7, we're going to go from Injustice for All. We're going to go with "One," that MTV hit. But since we're on night number 1, we're going to go with song number 1. I think that fits, right, BC? That works. Night 1, we'll play "One." Song number 8, as BC had on his set list out of 87 songs, "Trapped Under Ice." This is where I get a little, in my little couple of deep tracks off of "Ride the Lightning." Super fast, super heavy, great song. Song number 9 from the Black Album, "Holier Than Thou." As many hits that are on that Black Album, I think this song is the most underrated song on it. And then my third in a row for another deep track from Hardwired, "Spit Out the Bone." The beginning drums, again, that Lars does is like a machine gun, and it just sounds so cool. I would love to see them do that live. Song number 11 from the Black Album, "Sad But True." A great song live. Ought to be awesome call and response. Hey! Or hey! I would love that would be great in like a sold out humongous stadium. Song number 12 from their from their new album, 72 Seasons, Luxy-Turna. Since that was the first song that they released, we will play it on night 1. Song number 13, Just a Bullet Away. A little bit deeper from the Beyond Magnetic EP. Absolutely love this song. I wish they would do that live because that song blows me away. Song number 14 from the Load album, King Nothing. And like BC said before, local band, all I have to say is Harpo Music. And then to close out their main set, song number 15, Steve's going to love this one because I know this is his favorite, Whiskey in a Jar from Garage Inc. I just think it worked great. It would be a great set closer. Everybody knows that song. Everybody likes that song except for Steve. I think that'd be a really good, crazy closer for the main set. And then my 2 encore, we'll turn down the lights for song number 16. We'll put some blue spotlights all over the place. We'll put some bells up on the screens. We'll just start hitting the bell. We'll do it about 10, 12 times. And from Ride the Lightning, we're gonna come out with From Whom the Bell Tolls.
I thought you said that you were at Lincoln Financial, not PNC.
We put up screens. There's a screen in there. There's 2.
They did Hell's Bells instead.
They have a live stream from PNC Field as they're ringing the bell.
And then to close out the set, the whole show, song number 17, to keep all the little people from Stranger Things fans happy, we're gonna go with Master of Puppets to close it out. We'll have little Eddie on the trailer looping around as he's playing the solo to end the show.
That's awesome.
All right, BC. Give it to me real, BC.
Opening bands, yeah, very good, very good, very good. The Metallica, yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, there's so much. I mean, the Black Album's good. I mean, I stayed away from it a lot. I did not stay away, but I stayed away from a lot of it. And you picked one, they see one. I'm like, that's where people got bent out of shape when they came out with video. Because before that, they didn't do.
Because we're never gonna do a video.
Never doing a video, and they come out. That's when people went 8-bit.
But it was cool though.
It was. It wasn't like
like
a video of that time era.
Right.
But I'm trying to think. Trapped Under Ice. So can you not pick that sound?
BC,
Great.
That's your new favorite song, BC.
I'm
telling you.
When they do that now, it'll be Isa.
But sad but true. Great. I mean, just a bullet away. That's another great one. Whiskey in a Jar. I will. I do like that song. I mean, not like go-to song, but For When the Bill Still was classic. Master of Puppets, Hucky Girl, that song.
Nice. All right, Dill, what do you think?
Steve's over going.
I don't know how you convinced my dad to let you have Nothing Else Matters. I mean, I figured that would have been the hill that you died on.
We had some back and forth.
Okay,
Right.
yeah.
There was some fighting over that
Some
one.
give and take.
Was that even in your list?
Yeah. Nothing
Oh,
Else.
was it?
Yeah.
I must have just blanked on it.
I
was one-
refuse to hear that.
That was one that we did not have on our list, which was very cool to see. That despite how
Out of
you miss
87
that one,
BC,
BC?
you didn't have that one?
Nope.
Like, I understand I didn't have Enter Sandman, but you'd... Oh.
I do love the inclusion of Eddie Munson for Master Puppets on the screen. That's
Nice.
fantastic. Good synergy. It's a very good opening night, especially having Skid Row and Ugly Kid Joe playing because
Ugly Kid Joe, what?
yeah, there might be some younger Metallica fans that might not be as aware of those two bands. Maybe Skid Row with 18 in Life and
Right.
Youth Gone Wild, but Ugly Kid Joe, I don't know if the youngins would know them, but I think after the opening set that they would.
Fuck the youngins.
Yeah, they would. Well, you got to teach the children.
Yeah, teach the children
I
well.
believe
Well, they
the
would have
children are our
left, they would have left that
future.
show going, I gotta check those fucking guys out.
Who the
Teach
fuck were
them
those guys?
well.
Those guys are pretty fucking good.
Help them lead the way. Great opening.
Nice. All right, righty. What do you think?
I enjoyed it. I'll go over our process after. But Ugly Kid Joe, great, and they're touring the States again this summer.
Soon,
like nowhere
yeah.
near us, I don't
There you
think. But great band. They're a band that I really think would be fucking amazing on Monsters of Rock cruise. I think that would be fucking awesome. Skid Row, can't go wrong. Eric Grunwald. Imagine Eric in a big fucking crowd like that, BC. He'd fucking crowd surf to the back of the fucking stadium. And he'd have to crowd surf once. He'd make it all the way up to one side when they turn every 4 ways for BB. But he'd have to do like both, like because the sides would be short, but he'd have to do the length. Lengthwise for it. Great opening bands, and the set list absolutely cool. For whom the bell tolls is always great. King Nothing, little harpo music in there. And you were correct when you said about Whiskey in a Jar. I like I said, I don't even think Metallica can't even save that song for me. But fun set list. I mean,
believable set list, BC. Believable.
Yeah. It was good. It was good. I enjoyed it. All right, now that was the first night. So second night is mine, and just let me explain our process. And when I did put out the parameters for this, I did say no repeat because we're going to do it like the concerts are. BC had to check out for that one, but and we did limit it to 17. We said 15 songs and then 2 encores. Leave it to 17 songs. BC will be playing the role of Steve tonight, and so and actually BB and I we had ours picked out pretty early.
It was really early.
We had ours early, and what I did was I wrote down like 16 songs of like, and I put like must-have songs with a question mark, like songs that people want to hear, all the way from the first album up to pretty much the load and reload, pretty much like the hits and songs that have videos and shit like that. So I told BB, I said, here's that. I said, pick whatever you want, and I kind of did what Dylan did. I said, you pick what you want, and I'll just fill in my songs afterwards. So BB gave me his list, and I'm like, he left some good shit on the table. So for as far as opening bands go, I had a list of like 7 or 8, and I kind of narrowed it down. So my first band I went with my boys Avatar. They got a new album out. It's fucking fantastic. They're set. I did 10 songs for each band. So I did. Their first song is "The King Welcomes You to Avatar Company." Kind of introduces the band. "Torn Apart" they do next. "Silence in the Age of Apes" they do next. And there's a lot of songs here that are like fucking like pit worthy. People will be fucking. Me and BC be beating the fuck out of each other in there. And the next song is "The Dirt I'm Buried In." Is their first single from their new album. Is fucking absolutely fantastic. Next song is "Justice." Next song is another one from the new album. It's called "Chimp Mosh Pit." Fucking people would be beating the fuck out of each other during that song. And then the next song, they have a special guest on the next song.
Yo!
Uh-oh. And it's a song called "Violence No Matter What," and Lizzie Hale sings on it. So she comes out and she sings this song with Avatar. And then they do "Let It Burn," "Napalm," and then the last song they do is "Hail the Apocalypse." I don't know if you guys know that song, "Hail the Apocalypse." Fucking the guitar riff in that song is fucking crazy. So they get the crowd all worked up. Fucking people beating the fuck out of one another. So then I wanted to do another band that is more old school, but has a new album out too. So I picked Godsmack for the second opening band. They open up with BC's theme song, "Sick of Life." Yeah. Sick of my life. I want to be BC. "I Don't Belong" for the second tune. "You and I," which is a song from the new album, is friggin' fantastic. "Bulletproof," which was was the lead single off of their last album. "Realign," which I think is one of the best hard rock songs to come out of the 2000s. Fucking fantastic. And BB's theme song, "Crying Like a Bitch." Yeah, baby.
Crying like a bitch.
Actually, Nikki Sixx's theme song, "Crying Like a Bitch."
Nikki Sixx comes on stage.
They do yep. They dig a little deep on this one. I think it's from the Oracle. "Good Day to Die," fucking awesome. Dylan's favorite one. What song, Dylan?
"Love, Hate, Sex, Pain."
Oh no. Okay, sorry. "I Fucking Hate You."
I mean, I like that one too.
Okay.
But...
I forgot that. I knew it was one of those songs. Fuck. So then they end the set with "Whatever," and they do "Keep Away" to end the set. And so what's so special about mine and BB's night is it's not only different songs for the next night, it's a different stage set. They go from in the round to regular stadium setup.
I thought you were going to say it's a different band.
It's not Metallica.
Metallica cannot make it tonight.
Megadeth can make it, but Megadeth was sick because they were so tired from BC's show. So we are going to be like regular stage, crazy one with the kind of enclosed pit like you usually get for the Metallica shows, and there's going to be a couple spaces open up in the crowd that will come into play later, and so what we're going to do in the beginning is we're not going to do the usual Ecstasy of Gold. I have that written down there, but I changed it. And I don't know. I kind of think this song's boring, but it's a good instrumental lead up. Orion starts to play over the speakers, and it's still light out when the show starts because it's in the summer. So Orion plays and it kind of fades out, and they kind of do like a montage, kind of like Anthrax did at the beginning of their show, showing clips and fans and stuff like that. And BC's buddy from 1989 in Philadelphia rolling around in glass. Metallica. You know, he's on the film there too. So you just see there's an acoustic guitar in the front of the stage. Kirk walks out and he starts playing the acoustic part to Battery in the beginning. But what you don't realize is James and Robert are walking down the fucking aisles from the back of the stadium. So you can hear the crowd kind of gets rowdy as you can see them on the screens walking up. Kirk's playing the first opening things to Batteries. Lars comes out, gives a little twirl of the sticks. Then James and Robert get up on. They kick into Battery. Then give it 1-2 punch. Mosh pits are started. All this shit. Creeping Death is next. Thank you for leaving that song for me, BB.
Yes,
I appreciate it. We go to 2x4 next. Just a friggin' fantastic song. There's no BB Easy listening in this fucking show, people. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Then BB mentioned it. The first song that they released from 72 Seasons was Lux Eterna. So I decided to do the second song that they released, Screaming Suicide, is next after that. And then we get into maybe a little pause, BB. We do a little Until It Sleeps.
A little bit.
Kind of let you catch your breath a little bit. And then they do, I don't know if you want to call it a medley. This is how I cheated. I threw in 2 songs in the same fucking number. They do No Remorse and Four Horsemen from the Kill 'Em All album. And so like they get like the 6 songs in, they get Boom Boom, they get 2 songs from Kill 'Em All. We go to BC, pick this song too, Cyanide from Death Magnetic, fucking fantastic song. And then we zip 1 album ahead from Hardwired to Self-Destruct. We get Atlas Rise, which has that fucking absolutely killer solo. So the sun's gone down by now, so the light show's kicking in, the pyro's kicking up. And then they come out, they do my favorite song from Saint Anger, Dirty Window, but they do it like they've been doing it. They put a solo in there, fucking totally killer. So then they take a break. They have an intermission. So they show like a Metallica, like a small documentary of how they got set up for this tour of clips from previous shows and clips from the night before. It shows a montage of the different opening bands that they had, all during like maybe like a 40-minute intermission. Let everybody get another beer or 2 or 5, and then just kind of settle in. But then when they come back out, they're going to do a medley, a Garage Days medley. However, when they come out, Lars's drum kit shifts to the right, and then another drum kit pulls out. And then you have Lars, and Mickey D comes out on the Motorhead drum set. Phil Campbell walks out. So then James and Kirk come out, and Robert comes out. So now they're going to do Overkill from Motorhead. So now the drums are going to stay there. So then the next song that they're going to do is Buck Dharma comes out. And so they do Astronomy from Blue Oyster Cult. So he comes out, fucking tears it up at the end of that song. And then we get into another one. Everyone stays on the stage. And the highlight of the night is spotlight goes like the lights go out, and the spotlight comes right in the middle of the stage, and Tony Iommi is standing there. And they do Sabracadabra. So you got a medley with all these legends are up on the stage. They do Sabracadabra. Tony Iommi just absolutely tears it up. They thank everybody. They go off stage. Crowd's going out of their fucking minds. And then they go into Welcome Home Sanitarium. Then they throw a little And Justice for All in there. Freight Into Sanity. Fucking fantastic song. BC pummeling me again in the fucking crowd. Moth Into Flame they do. But when they do that, lights go out. And then those empty spaces where there were in the crowd, a little stage comes up. And then you have Kirk on one. And you have James on one in the middle. And you have Robert on one. Maybe a third into the crowd out, so they're each individual little stage there.
Are they flying out
to do that? They're not flying out.
Come on,
they're doing they do the crowd walk. They do the crowd walk with the giving high fives to everybody all over there, and so they do. What's the last song I say? Moth and the Flame. They did.
Flame.
So they come out and they do. Then James give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. So they do fuel out there, and then they extend it. They do an extended solo on there. So as they're doing the extended solo, they're doing their walk back as they're playing to finish the song out. And then James gets to the middle of the stage and here, do 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 do. You get Inner Sandman. Crowd's going fucking crazy. They go off for like fucking 2 minutes. They go off for a very short thing. Crowd's going crazy. They come back out. Right when they're coming out, you hear them doing the Mission Impossible theme. They're playing it over the speakers. And they show some of the action scenes from the movie that was from as they're coming out. Then they come out and they do the end of the line from Death Magnetic. They just rock the hell out of that, fucking kill that song. And then they end the night with, which I think is perfect, they end the night with Fade to Black. And then they go off, crowd's going nuts. I got a broken arm from BC beating the fuck out of me, and hopefully on the way home, BC we have a quicker bus ride rather than 6 hours from Philadelphia down to the usual 2. Bus driver didn't get lost, so what do you think, Dylan?
Yeah, this would definitely be an amazing show to see. I have a few notes I wrote down. You have Lizzie Hale coming on stage just for one song for the opening band.
Yeah,
you're not even gonna have Hailstorm be an opening band. Just Lizzie Hale is there to sing a song and then leave.
She sings on the song.
And then connected to that, you have Mickey D, Phil Campbell, Buck Dharma, Tony Iommi, and Lemmy's Corpse doing one part of a medley.
No, they do the whole song.
Oh, well, I thought you said it was a Garage medley.
It's a medley of the songs. They do the whole songs. They don't just do a part of the song. They do the whole song.
That's why I was confused.
Oh, okay,
you're having these famous people.
I mean to be clear, they do the whole song, but the whole section is a Garage Days medley.
Okay, I like the nods to cunning stunts. Walking through the crowd. Very, very cool. I think a documentary intermission is a very interesting idea. I think that's kind of a cool way to keep people that are interested, like they can still watch it, so they're not just like sticking around with a metal DJ or whatever.
And it would be on the TVs in the walkways too, so when you're waiting in line to take a piss or get a beer, you can still watch it.
Yeah. Disappointed that you didn't do I Disappear after the Mission Impossible theme, but okay. But otherwise, fantastic show. I thought that was very good. A lot of a classic Steve Pie in the Sky, bring out all these famous people for a song situation. But I think Godsmack and Avatar are very cool openers, especially Avatar. I feel like Avatar would be a band that might get pegged for a Metallica opening slot,
especially in Europe.
Yeah, especially in Europe. You're right. So yeah, really great night 2 to go along with a really great night 1.
What do you think, BC?
Oh God, great opening band. The great, that's great set list, but the set list takes second stage to what goes on for the show.
Yeah.
I mean, just the walking through the crowd and how everything going. All these people coming up. See that is what I come to Steve for.
The spectacle.
Yeah. It's gonna be something like.
But you can picture. I tried to keep it in the realms of something that Metallica could do.
Right.
Because when they did that 30th or 40th anniversary. They
Yeah.
did it like a couple shows in LA. Like King Diamond came out and guys from Saxon and shit. So it's not something that's totally out of the realm of possibility.
No,
Because they have done it before.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Mickey D, though. I like the Mickey D.
Yeah, I want to get they paid homage to their influences there. Yeah, they're doing the whole song, Dylan.
They had Levy's corpse like the tube of
And
London.
I mean, of course, they showed Lemmy up on the screen
Yeah,
and
no.
shit, but
He's a hologram like Dio.
God, a hologram of Levy. Like, I don't know if Levy's as exciting like of a figure to have.
maybe earlier, not in the last couple of years.
They'd just be there like that.
What do you think, BB?
Thank God this was night 2. Because fuck, this was
We
night
have to follow
1.
it, yeah.
And they got my night 2.
That's why I asked you. I wanted to make sure.
Like, holy fuck. No, fantastic stuff going on in that show. And like kind of like we said, it's not really, it's a great concept, but it's not really that far out of the realm of Metallica and what they would actually do. And like I said, I'm glad you got night 2 because it would blow night 1 away. And if I only got tickets for night 1 or in missed night 2, I'd be really fucking
What
pissed.
guests did you
Well,
guys
at
have?
the end of the day, it's still Metallica. I mean, that's that's what you went for. But it is. I always thought it was cool when you go to a show and like someone shows up and because I went to see Crew down at the Meadowlands and
Foo Fighters.
Ace Frehley came up and played and Sebastian Bach got up and they did Jailhouse Rock with them. It's always cool to be at a show where you get something a little extra.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that was
And
it's a Foo Fighters staple, having a guest up.
Yeah.
We saw them with the Bad Brains. The Bad Brains came
Yeah,
out.
they could. I wish they picked someone fucking good the night we were there, but that was terrible.
That was cool.
It was not cool.
It was something that nobody else saw. It was unique.
It was when I got knocked on my ass. Fucking boom! All right, so there's our 2-night stand for Metallica, and the timing I think was good because that's right around the corner. That tour's starting up next month, like a month and a couple days from now, actually, and I don't think any of us here have tickets for it yet, but I am looking at tickets to go. But now we're into the StubHub range of getting tickets, and like I looked the other day, and I'm like, ooh, it's. But I definitely want to go, and I love how that they're doing different opening bands for night 1 and different opening bands for night 2. They really, put a lot of thought into this tour, and it's going to be interesting to see what they do, and it's going to be interesting to see is like night 1 going to be the same at every venue? Is night 2 going to be the same at every venue? I doubt it. I really, really doubt it.
Yeah, what the set lists are going to look like.
But it's going to be interesting how they do that because I'm sure the show's going to evolve as they go. But I really don't see them doing like realistically 3/4 of BC's set list and then doing like what I mean. I don't see them doing the same thing on night 1, same thing on night 2 on every show. I don't see them doing that because I think you'll get a mix of each one on different nights.
Right.
And but I do think that you may see something not to the scale of what I got here, but you may see someone come out, like someone from New York, you know what I mean? Like
Right,
they're going to play
depending
LA
on where they are.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think you may get that. I mean, in Europe, you may get guys. You may get Mickey D or Phil Campbell come out, or you may get like someone come out like from when they're playing like LA and stuff like that. So it's Metallica, and they're always known to do something, give their fans what they want, what they need, and a lot of times they give you what the fans want and need, and they don't even know that they want or need it.
Yeah.
Because look at the box sets that they put out. Fucking absolutely phenomenal. Just crazy amount of extra shit in there. The albums, live shows, laminates. Kiss has stepped up their box set game somewhat, but they're still nowhere near touching what Metallica's done with the albums that they've done so far. And Metallica's been doing them consecutively, where Kiss is just kind of, you had Destroyer, then you had Creatures. but at least they're headed in the right direction. But we'll go around. We'll wrap up. And happy 300. Cheers to 300 more. It's been a hell of a ride. BC been there from day one. Dylan there from day one. BB came in, I think it was show 5 or something like that. And it's been great. All the people we've had on the podcast and interviews and shit we've done. But I've said it a million times. It's this right here. No. The 4 of us sitting in the room together. And like I said, this is the first that we've been in the room together, all of us. Work schedules and shit has been family shit has been crazy. People being sick and stuff like that, through the winter. And it's I'm glad we're all together in the same room for this episode. And it's just been absolutely fantastic. Thank you to everyone that's contributed to the show, whether you've been on or listeners. Our listeners are fucking fantastic. Thank you guys for listening and tuning in every week, giving us your feedback. And if you're a new listener, welcome. If you're one of our old school guys, welcome back. It's just been a fucking great ride, and we'll go around and we'll get out of here. We got BB.
Yeah, everybody out there, all of our listeners, thank you for listening, sharing, interacting with us. It's absolutely mind-blowing that we've got 300 episodes under our belt. But this was a great episode, and I'm very curious to see whose set list is somewhat similar to a night or the 2 night of what actual songs they will actually do. BC will have the best percentage because he's got 87 Metallica songs out there. Gotta
play some of them.
Law of average dictates.
Yeah. And then I just love everybody's different opening bands and why they picked them and their set list of why they picked them and what they wanted to hear, and everybody was totally different. And great episode, great month, great Metallica month. It was almost as good as the Vanuary that we did. But hopefully we can pick somebody else, another band to.
We'll do Jackal-I.
I'm all in. Oh, good job.
No, I actually just thought of one, and we're gonna do it because I didn't schedule anything for it.
Okay.
Sweet.
How about you, Dylan?
Yeah, this was really cool seeing what everybody did with the prompt. It's such a simple concept, but there are so many different permutations and choices that you could make in planning this awesome show. And it's a really cool insight into what you would look for in your kind of Metallica show. Very different from the Dream set list, because you do have to factor in that they're playing 2 nights, no repeat songs, and with 2 different opening bands. What's going to be the formula that you look to for a successful night? And I think everybody had such a cool mix and match, a lot of different ideas. There were even some songs that none of us, that were unique to each of our lists, which was very, very cool. And I think I'm going to have a Spotify playlist for each group. So your 2 set lists will be together, and ours and BC's will be together with the opening bands. So you can check those out. Let us know which grouping of shows strikes your fancy a little more. Maybe Steve's because of the guests. Maybe BC's because he has every song.
Has 172 songs.
Maybe
72 seasons, 72 songs.
Maybe BB's because he has Eric Grunwald opening the show.
Yes.
There's a lot of good reasons to come to any of these shows. So I know I'm excited to see what Metallica does with the concept and see what the true no repeat weekend will be for the Metallica fans. So very cool idea, and everybody did a great job.
300 episodes. And first of all, I mean, sitting in our kitchen that night for the very first one, I would never imagine this many years later and 300 episodes later because I sat there really not knowing. I was just going. He brought it to me, and I was like, okay. I really did.
I still had no idea either.
I had no clue until we actually went to Nashville.
Someone say first time.
But we went to Nashville that time, and you saw
the community.
Into the community.
Yeah.
But tonight's episode apparently was fun. It was fun to break the rules without even knowing I was breaking the rules.
You barely broke the rules.
That's the best kind.
I know. No, I didn't even know it. I thought it was a dream set list. I think that's hysterical. The other night when I go to BB, hey, you sent it to Joe? He goes, oh, no. I
Sent mine to Steve.
And then I'm going.
Why did he ask me that?
Yeah, I'm thinking,
Was I supposed to send it to Steve?
I'm thinking, I didn't see that. I had no idea about this. This is fucking funny. Would I change much? It'd make it harder. It would actually make it harder because
Sure
I would have to try to
pick 17 songs.
And I have to knock off 20 songs.
Well, that's why when we did ours, I'm like, I say you pick yours and I'll just go from what
Yeah, there's only a couple that you really, really wanted.
That's funny.
2x4 and something else.
2x4 and Creeping Death, really.
Nothing else matters. But
we fought over that.
I was a little pissed about that.
Yeah, I did.
Your ground.
Hey,
He let that go. He let that go. But no, hey, fun time.
Yeah, I love doing these type of episodes. And literally, I'm gonna tell you right now, half the like the coming through the crowd and shit. I literally thought of that sitting here. I was, honest to God, I was gonna just have them come out and do Ecstasy of Gold and the usual shit, and I'm like, nah, I want to do something different. Although I did have on my written list, I did have Orion down there to put on there, but I wanted to do it in a way that I wouldn't be bored listening to Orion. Which, if I'm just listening to Orion, I'm fucking bored. So I wanted to make it a little, even if the music would be background to what you were seeing visually. And it's just, I love doing these things. And I like that Metallica, they're a band that really, they're another band that wears their influences on their sleeve. They're not afraid to say who they're influenced by. They're not afraid, to do different stuff. I mean, God, Garage Days, there's 27 fucking songs on there. You know what I mean? It's fucking, who does that? I wish other bands would do that. Some people hate cover songs. I get it, but I don't really get it because it's cool to see a band put a spin on a song, especially when they change the arrangement or something like that. And I like how Metallica did them because they didn't try to copy what the original version was. They made it their own thing. Like I said, James wasn't trying to be Dio. He wasn't trying to be, Lemmy or whatever. So like he made it his own thing. And I think a lot of times that ruins a cover song. They're trying too hard to be the band that's doing the song. But
do a cover of it.
Yeah. It's been a great ride. I love doing this stuff. I love doing the podcast. I'm so happy that we're back in the same room together here. And once again, thanks to you guys. Thanks to Dylan for doing all the editing and stuff. Thanks for you guys for putting up with my craziness. And I think every time we record together, I give them a new type schedule out. And I actually have stuff scheduled till like August that we're doing. So, but it's been fun, and I want to thank everyone out there that's been a guest on the show, whether it be for an interview or our recurring cast of characters. And thanks for the guys coming on to do the album duos with me too, to give everybody kind of a break in the action here. And actually, I did come up with a band, you guys, that I'm going to do for my own album duo, but I'll explain that to you later, how it's going to go, what I have in my head to do that. And so it's been a great ride, you guys. Thanks for being there for us, and hopefully we can make it to Rockin' Pod next year, because that's always a great time. It's a great hang, and it's always fun. And it sucks that we missed it this year, but hopefully we can get there next year, because it's Chris and Aaron do a fucking fantastic job of putting that event on, and that's, I can't imagine the logistics that go into doing something like that. You know what I mean? Dealing with the talent you have coming in, and their accommodations, and the hall, and the spacing, and the setting it up, and mapping it out, who's going where, doing what, interviews and shit. Fantastic job, guys. And so once again, thank you guys. Thank these guys in the room. Love you guys. You guys kick ass. You, our listeners, supporters, you guys kick ass as well. We couldn't do this. We love your support, and it's just absolutely fantastic. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. We will see you next time, and there definitely will be a next time. Thank you, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other, and we will see you next time, and there absolutely will be. Oh, let me do that again.
That's all, folks.
I was going to throw something different in
You
there,
were
but
on such a roll.
But I did. I was.